Hello guys, today I will show you how to replace the screen on the iPhone 7. It's a very easy process and I will do this guide step by step so anyone can replace their own screen. Alright, let's start on seeing the phone. The phone is working. This is one of my friend's phone. Okay. Alright, so first thing to do is to switch the phone off. Yep. I bought this screen that I'm gonna fit in this phone from eBay. It's not original Apple, but it's a quite good quality one, and it came with some basic tool that will help you to replace the screen. I've got professional tool also, but I'll try to do the job with these tools, the one that they provide with the package. Let's see what's gonna happen. Right, first, we need to remove the little screw that are on the bottom of the phone. These two screws, using the screwdriver with this kind of tip. I don't know if you can probably see it from the camera, but I'll try to make the focus happen. Okay, hopefully we'll be alright. Okay, I'm removing that. And the two little screw, easy to remove. I'm gonna sit them on the paper. Alright. Let's try and see if I can remove it. Like that. Always use plastic, never use metal or flat screwdriver because otherwise you're gonna scratch your phone. So in this case it's not working. Okay, let's try it this way. Yeah, that's right. This way is working. Accidentally the phone went on again, but we're gonna put it off again in a second, don't worry. You need to try to pull in the same moment to put the spatula tip under the screen. Okay, done. As you can see, we entered the screen. Now very gently move the plastic spatula around to break the sealing, because this phone is already waterproof, so they got a kind of sealing that you can easily remove. Bottom of the side, let's make sure you go very gently because there are some flex cable of the screen. So the first thing you're gonna do is to slide a little bit down the screen and lift it up very gently. Okay, so you can see we got the battery, we got all the cable here in place. The next step is just be careful when you, because we need to remove a cover from here, be careful when you leave the screen. Just make sure it's not open completely or you're gonna risk to break the flex cable of the screen. Like I said, the next step is gonna be to remove this little cover here, and we're gonna start using this screwdriver that also was provided on the kit. They usually send you 3 or 4 screwdriver. One is for the bottom screws. Another one will be, if you got the fourth one, will be flat. Just try to leave the screw as well on the exactly the same shape on where you remove it, so it will be easy for you to remember where the screws are when you need to put it back in place. So what I was saying to you is like they usually provide 3 screwdriver, but you also can get 4. The fourth one usually is a flat tip. Then you got a screwdriver to remove the 2 screw on the bottom, and then you got 2 different very similar screwdriver that they're gonna help you to navigate the phone inside to remove the different screws. One is kind of star, and one is a kind of triangle. I can call it like that, triangle, just to make you understand better. Okay, as you see, I just recreated the same shape of the cover. So with the screw, I'm having the screw in place. So once I have to put back the cover, I will completely remember where the screw were before. Okay, so let's move a little bit. Now we take the plastic spatula again. We can use either one of those. And the first thing we're gonna do is to lift the battery connector, which is this one here. Okay, as you can see, this is the battery, the connector. It just leads to the motherboard. What we're gonna do very gently, lift it up. Because the first thing to do before you do any repairing job on the phone is to remove the power, so disconnect the battery. Now we can proceed on removing the top cover for the microphone and camera, which we will use a different screwdriver than we use for removing the bottom cover. This is gonna be very easy to remove because it's only 3 screws. Once again, just try to be careful with the screw and try to leave them in order so you remember where you need to put them back when you close back the phone. Okay, one of the screws just went inside that, but it's not a problem because I can easily take it out after. So first connector I'm gonna disconnect this one. Like I said, is the front camera connector. We have it out, and then we go for the home button and the touch screen connectors. This way, the phone is completely free. What I'm gonna do now is just remove that a little bit. Let me try and get the screw that we're missing. Because there is a magnet. The screw usually get attracted from the magnet. The magnet is in the camera, as you can see, just right here. Here we go. Got our screw back. You can see the screw on the hole. Where is it coming from? Then I'm gonna leave the phone on this piece of paper, and then I'm gonna move it on the side. Now we need to transfer some screen parts. So let me grab the new screen. I got the new screen on one side and the old screen on the other side. Alright, let me see if I got to remove the sticker from here. I'm gonna remove, actually I can leave that there. Let's flex cable, yeah. Alright, so let's start moving the back part. So I'm actually happy with that. Leave that there maybe. Yes, just remove this plastic cover. Now we're gonna remove the shield, the LCD shield that is here. Using the screwdriver, we're gonna go and remove the little screw that is holding the shield in place, which is this lateral on the side screw. Very tiny screw, very easy to remove, not a big deal. Got 3 screws on this side and 3 screws in the other side. Okay, once we've done that, the lateral screw, let's put them all together in a place, and we're gonna proceed on removing the home button now. So we put all the lateral screw for the shield in a place. We're removing the home button with the same screwdriver. That you got four screws in it. Just be very gentle when you're removing this, because the connector is very sensible. If you break it, your Touch ID and home button won't work anymore. Just remember, the first rule is to put the screw in place. When you remove them, make sure you have a clear plan for when you need to put them back on. Some people like to draw the shape on the piece of paper and then allocate the screw there, but I'm actually using the little cover, the metal cover, so I can exactly know what the screw allocation have to be. As you can see, removing the home button, there are 2 more support for the shield. So that's a really, removing the home button is actually a procedure of for you to be able to remove the top. As the camera up here, because there is another screw linked to the shield. Okay, so for the camera is a different screwdriver. Sorry, my bad. Not the triangle one, but it's the star one. Okay, let's remove this. See, I'm lifting it up and I'm maintaining the screw in place. First thing I'm gonna do is to remove the shield if it's possible. There is a little sticker underneath. Just be really careful when removing that. So let me get the camera off, to be honest. That will make my life much easier. Be careful, never pull this flex cable, they're very delicate and we don't want to rip them. Okay, at this point we can transfer that directly on the new screen. Let me set it properly. Okay, I like that part, but I'm not really happy with this part down here. Okay. Yeah, much better. Okay. Alright. Okay, so now let's proceed on removing the shield from the old cover to the new one. Okay, very easy process. Let's go and sit the screw, the cover shield back in place. Yeah. Okay, so now first thing I'm gonna do is to put back the microphone in camera, because we already started with that. So lifting up the camera, there's the microphone in place. Put the camera back in the hole. Right. The first screw is the one that goes on the bottom left of the screen, which is this. You need to add the screw before adding the camera and the speaker cover. Sorry, but because there is a speaker, there is a magnet there, so it's a bit tricky to put the screw back in the hole, because once you get close to the speaker, the magnet attracts the screw. Anyway, if you use 2 hands and 2 screwdrivers, it will be easy for you to put the screw back in place and to screw it back in. Alright, seems like it worked. Okay, now let's take the cover and just put the cover back as well. Usually my professional tools, they got the tip of the screwdriver with a magnet as well, that helps you to keep the screw in the screwdriver, so it's not falling down every time you try and put it back on. As I'm done, the screw from here we need to remove it as well. Put it back there. Okay, we got our camera and microphone back in place. Now let's proceed on removing the home button. So the home button, it has a really dedicated connector, which is this one here. So this connector works, if you see that one, you can see that the connector is going to be plugged this way from the bottom to the top. So when we remove it, we start it from the top, very gently try to not break the connector. Yes, so actually the connector was from the right hand side, not from the bottom. It must be one of the previous model that was in the bottom, but this one is on the right side. Okay, lift it up, and we got our home button back in place. There's a little screen protector, which I will remove it later on, but I will keep it on while I'm still passing the part from a screen to another screen to prevent any scratches from the actual screen. Okay, so we got that back. Remember that the connector was coming from the bottom, so this way, and then very gently, don't push too hard. If it's not going in, it means that it's not in the right place. Like, push back the connector and make sure it's in the right place. Okay, done that, we're gonna take our little protection and cover. The screwdriver is gonna be the triangle one, and we're gonna fit our screw back in place. Which got that, this one going here. This one. This screw to go there. Okay. 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 Let me put this in place. Okay. Our screen is pretty much done. What we're gonna do now is put it back in the phone and let's see if it works. So before we're doing that, let me put the lateral screw on, which is gonna take me 1 second. It's very easy to do it. Seems complicated, but okay, I've done 3 on this side. I'm gonna do 3 on the other side as well. Okay. 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 Okay, let's get our screen back now. I will use again this to maintain the screen up, and I will start fitting the screen connectors. I will start with the top one. That might be the most annoying one to put back. No, not difficult, it's just kind of annoying because you don't want to break it, you don't want to damage, so you need to be very careful to put that connector back on. Okay, it is back on. Easy, what I was expecting actually. Now, the little metal cover. Back in place. Screw. Checking if the screw is a screwdriver to use. Once again, like I said, my professional tool, they got the magnet tip, so that allows you to see the screw exactly on the screwdriver without any problem at all. Because in the one they provide, the magnet in the screwdriver is not really the best. The screw is kind of falling down and you need to be careful and careful. Okay. I kind of okay. Let me deal with this big boy properly. I'm being very happy. patient on putting the screw back. You have to be. Okay. Okay. Back in the hole. Back in the hole. Okay, let's connect the screen connector first. And after that, we're gonna remove the we're gonna connect back the battery. So the battery is going to be unplugged the first one when you remove the screen, and it's gonna be plugged the last one when you plug it back. Okay, done that. Take the cover from here. And let's put the cover back in place as well. Okay, that's the triangular one, which is this, and I start from the top. You can also find on eBay some screwdrivers with a tip, with a magnet, which will make your process of replacing the screen much quicker, because you don't need to waste time on the screw like I'm doing. But once again, I'm doing that for the video purpose, so you can see that you're gonna be able to replace the screen with a little kit of screwdriver that the screen supplier provides you. That's the last screw that we're gonna have to fit, and then done. Okay, got that in place. We got this in place. Let's try the phone if it's gonna turn on now. So if you see the screen, you got something that you need to lift it up, and then you can gently push it to the side. I won't close it definitely though, because I want to try if the touch screen works and that screen overall works before. Okay, so that's a good sign. The screen is on. Let's see what's gonna happen. The phone is booting now. Alright. Okay, let me put my code on. Yes. Now my phone seems to be working perfectly. Front camera and back camera works. Okay. Perfect. You have a new screen fitting the phone. Now the only thing we need to do is just to close the screen properly and to put back the screw from the bottom. And our phone is ready. Thank you for watching.